Hello and welcome to the Scottish Football VAR Review, where once again we will take a look at some of the biggest decisions across our game, listen into the VAR audio and find out more about the process involved, all in the company of our special guest, the Scottish FA's Head of Referees, Willie Collum. Willie, a pleasure to see you as always. Let's dive straight in with our first incident today. It is a goal disallowed for offside up at Aberdeen. Kevin Nisbet, the scorer.
EPP.
Continue.
It's tight, very tight for offside.
On-field decision is goal.
Checking on-field decision of goal. So that was going to be off. So it's number 15 that collects the ball, correct? Yep, good,
That's
okay.
a tight for onside.
Hover a line across. What do you think, Gavin?
I think visually it's offside. But I think in that instance, are we saying it's factual or...
The only thing is I can't see where the back leg is of...
Right, hover a line across here. Right, to the right a bit. Right, for me I think it's factually offside. But we don't have lines, so I'm going to bring him at the monitor.
Correct.
Right, okay, right. Ross, I'm going to need to get you come to the monitor for an on-field review here. It looks factually offside, but we can't have lines to show the body part that's offside because of the lack of camera angles. So you'll need to come to the monitor. Right, we've paused it on the kick point, okay? And number 15, who's got his arm out, he receives the ball. Now it's paused on the kick point. The player who he's standing next to appears to be the defender in the furthest, deepest position, but we can't put a line in the back of his body because 15's blocking his body position.
Okay, understand.
You can see his leg.
Give a factual offside.
Yeah, I think it looks offside, but we need to let you make the call because it's going to be a review.
I would agree. Okay.
Okay, Willie, a bit different to the normal offside decision because the referee ends up coming to the monitor. Talk us through this, and ultimately, do you think the correct decision was reached?
This incident, actually, we can go back to season 23-24, Gordon, when the same teams, ironically, were playing at Livingston, and there was a problem with the lines, and the VAR made a decision that a player was offside without bringing the referee to the monitor. And the clubs, along with the Scottish FA, then agreed at that point, if this kind of scenario happened again, the referee would be brought to the monitor to make the final decision. There's no malfunction with the lines here. What the problem is that after hovering the lines over various Livingston players, they decide correctly that the player next to Kevin Nisbet is in fact the second last defender. And he's the player that they need to draw a line on. It's impossible to draw a line in that player there. He's furthest or nearest to the goal body part because you would need to draw through the Aberdeen player and therefore you would be guessing. So in this case, the VAR team think that Kevin Nisbet's offside, but back to season 23-24, the right process is followed because they bring the referee to the monitor. However, really important to emphasise something. We only want the referee brought to the monitor here to have a look at the on-field decision if the VAR team think it's clearly wrong. If the same scenario happens, but the VAR team think it's too difficult to tell if the player's onside or offside, then we expect the on-field decision to be supported. So the only time the referee should be brought to the monitor if the VAR team are absolutely clear that the player is offside, and in this occasion they believe Kevin Nisbet is offside.
What is the thinking there though? Because I accept what you're saying about the precedent being set, which is fine, but are we not sort of taught, if you like, that if a VAR decision can't be reached or for whatever reason, you stick with the on-field decision? Why would you not stick with the on-field decision here?
Lots of people have asked us that, and I don't mean this in an insulting way, but imagine Kevin Nisbet there is 3 metres offside. Would we therefore just leave it because, you know, it would be impossible to draw lines? So the reality is that if the VAR team think that the player's offside, they're duty bound then to bring the referee to the monitor. And if you do that and the referee sticks with the decision, there's no problem then, but at least the on-field officials have had a chance to make a judgment call on that.
Okay, let's move on to a much talked about incident at Tynecastle. It was Austin Trusty of Celtic. He was sent off after a VAR review for denying a goal-scoring opportunity.
Oh, that's a race. Hey! Can't stop that! It's a yellow card, he's going wide. There's other defenders.
Okay, let's have a look at this then. Let's take it back. So tell him not to restart the match.
On-field decision, let me talk to you.
First of all, okay.
On-field decision is yellow card. I didn't feel he had control of the ball.
Okay, Stevie, we're checking. Okay, Stevie, we're checking on-field decision, a yellow card. So, okay, tell me what you see there then, Duncan. There's the point of contact there, and there's where the ball is.
Take, you don't need to be here!
So, what I've got is a ball coming through, it's on the ground,
Yep.
so there's possibilities to control the ball. The ball is going wide, but
I
still
know,
in the
I know.
general
What?
direction of goal. We've got a defender
I
that's
know,
level.
I know, but
That
then
defender's
the
not
ball's
getting
wide,
back.
there's 3 other defenders there. But this is my
But
opinion.
from this
I had
angle
the time
here,
on field. That's
and
why
let's
John's
stop
looking
here
at
at this point of
Let me
contact. Right, so keep it going.
Yep.
Okay, so stop. Keep going, keep going, keep going. At this point here,
Yeah.
so take it back to the point of contact, please. So at this point here, we need to make an assessment that he is going to get this ball,
Agreed.
and he's going to get a clear,
I don't need to talk to you
unobstructed
just now.
opportunity to score the goal. Is the ball, and the ball's no rolling quickly enough.
It's not. No, he's going to gain possession
I
of that ball.
So in my opinion here, based on this, I think there's a reasonable expectation, a very good expectation that attacker is going to take possession of this ball. There's no defender that can get back to stop him, and I think, based on where that goes and where he is, that is an obvious goal scoring
It's
opportunity.
opinion,
Would you
isn't
agree
it?
with
But
that?
This is what I trust John. Let me speak to John.
This is a foul.
From the APP.
What are you
Yeah.
telling me for?
So from the APP would be from here.
APP.
Yes. Stevie, I'm checking the APP, but I'm going to ask for an on-field review on this one, but let me check the APP. You can make your way to the screen. Okay, Stevie,
John,
tell
show
me
me
when you're
what
at the
was-
screen, mate, okay?
I'm at the
So-
screen, pal.
Right, okay, Stevie, I'm going to show you it in real time, okay? And I'm going to let you have an assessment there and where he's running and where the ball is, okay? And then I'm going to stop it at the point of contact. So I'm going to do that for you now. Here. So that's where the assessment has been made, Stevie. There's no other defender there. It's in a fairly central position. And that's with the
Okay.
distance from the ball. So it's on that
So he
on those
would be in
pictures.
control of the ball. Yep, he would gain possession and have an opportunity to score a goal. Okay, red card. Upgrade number 6.
Okay, confirming.
Willie, there was a lot said about this incident afterwards, which seemed to centre around a couple of key points. Where is the ball heading, and are there defenders there that could cover? So if we take a look in terms of the direction that everyone's heading in, is this a goal-scoring opportunity? The counter-argument you often heard is that it's heading away from goal. What's your view on it?
So of course the ball is going to the right here, you can see that, but it's certainly not going away out to the touchline or anything here, Gordon. And also what's really important is that the VAR team mentioned the speed of the ball. The trajectory of the ball is really, really important here. And the speed that the Hearts attacker is moving at here, it's clear for us that he would get to this ball. One more touch possibly, and you're immediately in the penalty area here.
What about the issue of the defenders then? What do you think about that?
So let's go back to the very beginning. This is a very thorough process. The VAR team leave no stone uncovered here. They go through it step by step, process by process, very, very calm. It's exactly what we're looking for. We understand why the decision's given on field. The referee, it's a long ball, the referee's caught in his toes a bit here. It's hard probably to get a full understanding of that, the whole situation. But this is a key camera for us. If you look at the main camera, it can be difficult to make that judgment, particularly when you judge how far away the covering defenders
So
are.
how far away this player is?
Yeah, but
you
when
don't get the perception of that from that
from
angle.
that
do
main
you?
camera. But when you look here and you pause in the point of contact, that's a crucial thing for us here. You know, you need to pause at that second the foul's made. And the VAR team are able to check that because they get it in 2 angles at one point to make sure they've got the correct point of contact. And then you can see here, this player is too far away. This player is too far away, the Celtic defender here, to have any impact here on this opportunity for the Hearts player to play the ball and be in and goal. So for us, this is a clear and obvious error on field. It's an understandable error on field, but the VAR team are fully correct here to intervene.
Okay, let's take a look at another Dogso offence, or alleged Dogso offence if you like. This one's at Ibrox though, and it involves the Rangers captain James Tavernier and Tyrese John Jules of Kilmarnock.
APP from that pass forward.
No chance. No chance, ball
Just
through.
want to see it.
No, hey, get away from me! Short
So
right.
give me the right hand camera. Give me the right hand camera. Play it through.
Both
Play it
hold
through,
each
it's
other,
good.
it just goes down on a minimal
No,
contact.
there's
ball
minimal
through the
contact.
goalkeeper.
Agreed.
Play
Check
on.
it cleared. I'm back with live.
First thing that jumps out to me, Willie, it's very quick. Is that thorough enough for you?
So for us, in terms of the VAR team, what they're looking at is an angle to say, is what the referee's saying correct? The referee quickly says, you know, that there's not enough in it, and for him there's no offence. What I would say is different for the previous clip here is the ball is in the air. There really is quite a bit of debate here about whether the Kilmarnock player would have reached the ball before it went through to the goalkeeper. A couple of things to consider here. The KMI panel spent a bit of time discussing this, the key match incident panel, and they felt it was not the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. They felt a direct red card here would have been wrong. So that's what the VAR team are looking for here, because that's what they can become involved in. However, what I will say is the KMI panel felt unanimously that this was a foul. And this would have been a yellow card there for a second yellow card for James Tavernier here. So we can understand if people have a perspective in that about it being a foul and that it should be a yellow card. What we don't have here is the opportunity for VAR to be involved there, because it's not a clear and obvious goal-scoring opportunity here because of the trajectory, the speed, and very different at times when the ball's in the ground and the ball's in the air. That's not me saying that any time the ball's in the air, it's not the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity, but there's enough doubt in here. But I repeat again, I can understand where people are coming from if they think there's enough here to punish the defender for stopping a promising attack.
Right, let's stick with denying a goal-scoring opportunity, and it comes from the most recent set of Premiership fixtures. It's a red card eventually shown to Liam Henderson of Falkirk.
Challenge. It's okay, yeah, fine, okay. Next one, please.
Okay, so he's gone on field decision, yellow card for number
Blue 5,
Okay.
yellow card,
Okay.
fit for Spa.
Can I see it from...
I don't see it
I
as
can-
an
okay,
obvious
it's a clear
goal-scoring
one, okay.
opportunity. I see it as promising attack.
Just delay then, allow us to check, please.
promising attack.
Okay,
Yeah, no
okay,
problem, Stevie.
so he's saying a promising attack. There's a long distance from goal, agreed. The foul is clear, but he's clearly in possession of the ball. Can we take it back to the point of contact for me, please? Take it back for me, please. Take it.
Cover the defender. He's covered.
Is there.
We'll see. We'll check it.
Play through there. Okay, no, it's definitely not right. Okay, take it into wide angle, please. And then high behind for me, please. At that angle, sorry, the 18 yet would be probably better. Good. So he's running into space.
So he's saying that that's a covered defender.
Okay, I don't see it. It's too far away. Yep. Can I see it from a slightly different angle, please? A higher behind, please. Yep. So look at the distance there. It's too far. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to recommend an on-field review. Okay. Ryan, I'm going to recommend an on-field review. If you could make the signal and come to the screen so we can review it. So what I want to show first is I'll show you first the foul, which is clear, right? And then I'm going to show you, right? Then I'm going to show you the high behind. So you can see the position of the defender on the left, and then we're going to pause it at the point of contact for you. So take it back. And on the left-hand side, there's nobody else on the right-hand side.
Is there anyone on the other side? Yeah,
Too far away.
Aye, okay, pal. Yeah, see, Stevie, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send off number 5 for denying an obvious goal-scoring opportunity, okay?
Correct.
It's a red card for Dogso.
Willie, what we're learning here is that high behind view seems to be the one that the most emphasis is placed on. He's very far from goal. Is that taken into consideration? How much weight do you give that?
So it needs to be considered. You need to think about distance from goal. It's really, really important to consider that. I was watching this game in the VAR, Gordon, and for me, immediately in this angle, I thought yellow card. For the main camera angle, for me, it was a yellow card. Then when the VAR team go into a check, again, picking up in, the Hearts Celtic clip, we want the VAR teams to be very thorough here when they're checking these incidents. Here's a key moment for us. If you can for a second imagine Liam Henderson is not there. He's completely gone. He's not in the shot here. This is a clear and obvious goal-scoring opportunity. Look at the distance here that the Falkirk defender has to make up. The speed the Dundee United players travelling at. Again, the ball's in the ground. The direction of the ball is very central. This is clear for us. I also think for consistency purposes, when you look at this, I think there would be a lack of understanding if you felt this was a yellow card, but yet Austin Trusty was red. So for us here, this is really important.
This is further from goal though, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree, but it's still very central. Ball on the ground and defender, covering defender. We always use that phrase, but too far away. And it's a good opportunity for me also to emphasise about, again, I still hear it discussed in the media about last man. That's completely irrelevant here. You know, it's about, has the defender got an opportunity to get back and make a tackle here? And for us, the speed the Dundee United players travelling at, take Liam Henderson completely out of the equation, this is clear for us without a doubt.
Our next incident involves a cup game at Celtic Park, the visit of Dundee, and an incident involving Thomas Chavanchara and Luke Graham.
New EPP, possible offside.
He's on.
Okay.
Outside.
Okay.
Outside. Free kick.
The on-field decision is what? Free kick.
Free kick
so we need to
outside
check
the box.
where the push happened. Let's see the point where the actual push happens. Any other angle on it?
The wall, Ryan. Just no problem.
Need a delay.
Yeah.
Let them know I'm
Ryan, just delay. Ryan, just delay just now. We're just checking the point of contact for the foul.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's here.
Take the risk
Bring it back. There.
Happy there.
Oh, that's a foul.
That's right, team.
No.
Outside.
Yeah.
Confirm
on-field decision of free kick.
Say again, pal. It was the speaker. I couldn't hear you. Say again.
Confirm an on-field decision.
Well, I wonder if you would kick us off here and tell us what we're looking for, maybe why a push differs from a pull, and just explain, 'cause it was quite a quick check and they seemed very sure of it. Are you as confident as they are that they got it right?
So let's get back to what the VAR team are looking for here. Also the on-field officials, what they're looking at as well. It's absolutely clear in law that the only thing that you can punish if it continues into the penalty area from outside is if it's holding or shut pulling. A push, a tackle, absolutely, it's the initial point of contact. So here what the VAR team need to decide is, where is the initial point of contact? Where does the action begin? And they're able to review the incident. What I like about this incident, they don't just settle when there's one hand on the back. They look at when the two hands go on. And when they go back to that, they then use two cameras. They firstly find the point of contact, which is the beginning of the action. And then they use another camera angle to find exactly where that is. And here we can quite clearly see that the action begins outside the box, and therefore what happens next is absolutely irrelevant, because this is neither holding or shut pulling, which is the only thing that can be punished if it starts outside and continues inside.
Quite a frantic end to this game as well. Let's take a look at an incident involving Kieran Tierney towards the end. He takes a boot to the face, if you like. I wonder what you made of this one.
High foot, side of the boot.
Stop the game, stop the game, stop the game,
Like
top of the boot,
blue
Andy.
20, yellow card.
Top of the boot
high
and not
foot.
studs.
Scott, okay.
Top of the boot and not studs, Andy. Just see
Blue
it.
20, reckless.
Yep.
Yep.
4 minutes.
Blue 20 reckless.
Ryan, confirming on-field decision of blue 20 reckless challenge.
You'll need to alter the additional time also for this stoppage. Alter the additional time for this stoppage.
Okay.
It was communicated very well. They talk about top of the boot, not studs. Is that the line you draw in terms of what becomes a yellow versus a red? Because once we start introducing endangering an opponent, can you make a case to say that Kieran Tierney was endangered?
Of course you can make a case when there's any contact to the face. That's why the referee team really need to analyse this, and the VAR team as well. This is a reckless action for us, reckless meaning yellow, because it's the top of the boot. But I don't want to say, Gordon, that every time it's the top of the boot that doesn't endanger the safety, or we would deem it always to be a yellow card. But we believe there's enough criteria here to make this challenge reckless, but I'm not saying that every time it's the top of the boot or it has to be studs or whatever. You need to take in all different concepts or criteria here about speed, intensity, head on to the challenge, running from a distance to get it there, no focusing on the ball. But here I think there's enough for us to say this is a yellow card.
There was also a really interesting piece of audio there that we heard, where you hear the VAR saying, because this incident happened just before the 90, you'll have to adjust the amount of additional time. Maybe explain to us how that works.
So in a match where VAR is in operation, the assistant VAR, the AVAR, keeps a very good account of all the stoppages in the game. So whether it's a substitution, whether it's a goal being scored, whether it's an injury, they're keeping that list there. And I can tell you exactly what happened here in this clip. So the VAR team recommend to the fourth official, maybe with about 3 minutes to go, we're going to add on 4 minutes. Kieran Tierney is down for at least a minute. So they up from 4 to 5. The game restarts at 91 minutes. So you don't then play to 95 minutes because the game's restarted at 91, you go to 96 then, so it's that additional 5 minutes. But the VAR team are responsible here for communicating to the referee team about the amount of stoppages there's been, here's what we recommend as additional time, and the referee and the on-field officials have the final say in that.
OK, let's move on and take a look at a straight red card given to St Mirren's Jake Young. He wasn't long in the building as a new St Mirren player, but sent off for this challenge on Dundee's Brad Halliday.
Oh, danger. Tackles. Oh, let me see that tackle. What's the decision on field?
He's gone red on field.
Okay. Checking on-field decision of red card. Okay, so can you try and get me an angle where I can see the point of contact? That's blocked by the... Right, nah, it's not going to be that one, I don't think. Can we see something else? Has it crashed? Right, this is a one. So let me try and see a point of contact at slow motion. Okay. Go back again. Nah, it's back before that. It's back before that. I think there's a bend in the ankle there. This one here, there's a very clear bend in the ankle. So there, can you see that?
Yeah.
Just show me the behind again, the low behind left again, if you can.
Bend there.
So you can see, if you go frame by frame, yeah, there's a very, very
100%.
clear, it's a, yeah.
Yep.
Nick, confirming on-field decision of red card.
Now, Willie, this is a red on the field, so essentially the VAR's looking for evidence to contradict that. I'm going to guess that the buckle of the ankle, the contact, means you're comfortable with this one.
Yeah, we are really happy that the decision is caught on field. You know, we're not asking the VAR here to bring the referee to the monitor. The referee is clear it's a red card, serious foul play, endangering the safety, and you're right, the VAR then need to look at the angles. I will admit, Gordon, the first few angles you don't see very much, but this angle here from behind the opposite goal is absolutely clear here. This is a clear buckle in the ankle, clear endangering. It's what the players have told us, the type of challenge that, you know, can cause a very serious injury. I want to emphasise something else, so that's not me saying the St Mirren player means any intent here. We're not looking at intent, we're just looking, does this tackle endanger the safety? Referee gets it right on field, VAR find the correct image, correct red card for us.
OK, our next incident involves a red card shown to Amor Fata of Dundee United, but this time it's yellow on field and upgraded after a review.
Oh,
Take a look.
It's a yellow card this side of boot. Yellow card, I'm coming back.
take live, Chris.
Okay?
Yeah,
It's a yellow card side of boot.
Yep, just show me, yep. Oh, okay, that's fine. So, get him to delay next time the ball goes out here, okay? Have we got any other angles? 17.
Off body.
Actual handball.
Okay.
Still
Okay.
live with goalkeeper.
Wait.
Yeah, okay.
Is that
Take
right?
live, Chris. Okay.
So I'm seeing studs onto the ankle. Slight buck on the ankle. Show me the
Number 12,
Callum, just delay. Checking possible serious foul play.
safety.
For me, this endangers the safety. Contact studs onto... Callum, it's done. I'm going to recommend an on-field review for potential serious foul play. If you make the screen, make a sign, we'll come to the screen, pal. Okay.
Stay on the pitch, please. Show me different
So
angles,
showing you
can I see through the
full
back?
speed first of all. Now we'll show you tight, okay, and we'll show you contact with the studs onto the ankle, and then a buckle of the ankle here.
Yeah, I see it now, yeah. Contact with studs on the ankle and there's a buckle. So I'm going to upgrade to
So,
red, mate. Alright?
Yeah,
Number 17.
agreed. For me, endangers the safety, and it's number 17.
Absolutely.
Is it all about that buckle of the ankle? Because maybe where this one differs from some serious foul play challenges, there's no lunge, there's not off the ground. Talk about excessive force, which is always maybe quite a grey area to some people. Is he not just stretching for the ball and granted he missed times it? Does it have to be a red as soon as you see the ankle buckle?
I agree, he's stretching for the ball again, same as the St Mirren clip. I don't think there's any intent here from the player at all. But you enter into a challenge showing your studs, the studs make contact high up on the ankle, and then the ankle bends. This is endangering the safety for us, Gordon, and we think we've been pretty consistent with these kind of decisions, and we expect here the outcome to be a red card. So the referee gives yellow on the field, but without question for us, this is endangering and correct to be brought to the monitor to change it.
Okay, well that is us, we are out of time. Thank you very much to Willie Collum as always for offering his insight, his transparency on some of the biggest talking points across Scottish football. For now, that is all, and we'll see you next time on the Scottish Football VAR Review.